So just hit recording. I've been talking with a lot of people on our team and others outside also, and want to stress the importance of getting to the basics and kind of really honing in on that topic, especially when it comes to the products and what makes ours different, because I know that this can be something that we think about when we're starting or when we've been on this, like, is this really working? Or it's also can be an objection from a lot of people who have the same question. So I'm super excited to bring this to you guys because I feel like there's so much passion that we have with our amazing products. And especially if you're newer to our team or haven't really taken the time to sit down and understand what we have in front of us, not everyone knows the ins and outs. So I wanted to kick off the end of the summer as we're getting ready to get into a new season. Fall is here, which is crazy, and really talk about what these products can do for everyone, because the seasons happen to change the mind shift and mindset for people. Summer is ending, so you might find that there are going to be a lot of people ready to kind of restart their health, have new journeys, kicking things off, ready to switch the focus back on themselves with routines falling back into place with kids going to school. Maybe people who want to look better, feel better, have their mind working better, clear that brain fog. And then hopefully we can be a part of that so that you can be shown and maybe show others just how powerful our product offerings are. Now that there's 20 products, which is crazy because it's definitely grown a lot since I have started and since so many of us have. So just a couple of team announcements first that I wanted to make sure that I tell. The first one, still free shipping for any new preferred customers over $100 on their first initial subscription. This goes through August 31st. The code is free ship in all caps. So this is someone who's a new preferred customer and who on their very first initial subscription, when they go to subscribe, they're going to get that free shipping with the code free ship. The second announcement I wanted to talk about really quickly is the Skin Soiree and Gut Glam, which starts on August the 20th. This is the 7-day Slim HC and Joyome trial group. And Kim, we're joining with your team to kind of all host this together. So I'm really excited. We're getting more and more people every day. But really get these trials into the hands of any challengers that want to get invited. Even anybody on your team that has never tried Joyome, encourage them to get sample packs out of the back office. So this group is linked at the top of our team page, Pink Freedom. So definitely, if you haven't seen that, you can type it in the search bar, but that starts on August 20th. And then the third thing is the National Sip and See Day on August 18th. I know we've talked a little bit about this. This is something I'm still trying to work around and make sure that I give you all the information that I have. But as far as I know, this is just a national day that they've picked on the calendar and encouraging people to host their own Sip and See, their own online event. We're working behind the scenes on coming up with a quick 30-minute one for that day. It's on a Saturday online. So it's a really busy time, I know, with our Skin Soiree and Gut Glam Challenge starting on the 20th. But we're going to kind of be working behind the scenes. But if you have, if you've never done your own launch event, or if you feel like, you know what, I have enough things that I can talk about where I can create a group page or go live even on my own Facebook page for, however many minutes, use that to an example. I think it would be a great motivational push for you to do for yourself. So a lot is going on, but this is going to be a really exciting time. So before we talk through all of the different aspects of the products and what they can help with, I wanted to kick off with a little history of Plexus so that you know where we're at as a company with the product offerings that we have. Plexus began about 10 years ago, April 2008. And so we just had our 10-year anniversary. So we are not a new company anymore, and we are getting past that new company stage. There's always growing pains. There's always, we're still ground floor, but we are not a newer company, which is great because we have a lot of stability. In July 2009, Slim was introduced and has been our cornerstone product ever since, which then it got revamped in May of 2017 and became what we know now as our microbiome activating complex. And then our newest and exciting Slim Hunger Control, which for me personally is as close to the original formula that when I first started 4 years ago. They have the increased polydextrose, which is the plant-based prebiotic fiber, and they have dropped the XOS prebiotic. So you're going to have your microbiome activating and your Slim HC. So that's very new and exciting, which comes up with our 20 products. It makes up our newest products. One of the big things that I love as the history of Plexus actually started as a breast health company. If you do not own a breast health check kit, definitely place an order, get your hands on one. It needs to be in every household, but it's kind of like a magnifying glass for your fingertips, and it can detect the size of a lump from the size of a grain of salt. When we have sip and sees, we actually put salt on hands of people that come and we pass around the breast health check kit and they can feel. So it's really, so they started as a breast health company. This product was featured on the show The Doctors. It's amazing. So they've always been focused on health and happiness, women's health in particular, especially in the beginning, but well beyond, and have grown and gone really into what I love, which is helping women, men, children of all ages, because these products are rooted in 4 key areas: nutritional deficiency, inflammation, gut health, and blood sugar regulation. So these are 4 key areas that our products cover, and we believe those to be the root cause of why so many people struggle with their health and their weight. One of the other things that I love is that we have hired on medical professionals with their expertise. So Dr. Yang at the home office heads up product development. He has his PhD, and he's a scientist with medical background specializing in supplements. So he brings so many tools to us and has really been instrumental in all of the reformulations of the products and making sure we're kind of on the cutting edge of the products. So they're continuing to move in a very specific direction with Plexus. And it's just super exciting to have him and the whole team on staff with Plexus in the lab at their headquarters in Scottsdale, Arizona. And I know for those of you that were at convention, it was really interesting to see, the team of doctors and the dermatology team that came up with Joyome, and the team of medical professionals that were there talking about lean. They were standing there. You could ask them questions. It's really, really great to see such backing to our products, especially when it comes to the medical field. I just mentioned that their headquarters are in Scottsdale, Arizona. And if you don't know, they have a 97-year lease on that building. So we are not going anywhere. 97-year lease. I just got to visit it. Actually, I was there for a work trip and had to take an Uber to go. And I am telling you, if you have a chance to go to Scottsdale, one of our teammates, Molly, lives there. It is amazing to go to the headquarters and just see. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. It's really hard to put into words. And I tried to do a live video when I was there. It's just one of those incredible things where you're like, this is really where it all happens. Their accounting department are cubes, just like you would think, and their customer service department. And you walk in and you feel like a celebrity, and they just idolize and thank their ambassadors for helping have them have jobs and for everything that we do for the company. So it's a great opportunity. So let me get back on track, because I know. So one of the many things that many might not realize, in June of 2016, Plexus ran human clinical studies of both the Slim and the Triplex to validate all of the weight loss claims. So that's where you guys might have started seeing all these before and after pictures, that were approved by compliance. So this is after the clinical studies came out for the weight loss claims. Again, if that is a part of someone's journey. Weight loss is not a part of your journey. You're still in the right place. This is all about health and wellness. So we continue to offer clinical studies, and those are being tested and running on all of our products. And those will be released over the course of time. And where you can find the articles, and I'm still looking for a lot of different areas, but where you can find the articles and the studies for the ones that have been completed are at the bottom of the PDF sheets on the product sheets. I've posted those in the team page. You can find them in the back office as well. But there's articles and little links for the studies that they've done. So I can always do a little circle and point those out. But it's really nice to have those and have that backing, because there are so many people. You're going to have people, and even yourself, you might be like, oh, I'm just going to drink it because it makes me feel good. But there are so many people that really want that information and understand what it is they're putting into their bodies. So Tarl and Alec, they are our 2 execs. They come from a career in network marketing. The goal is to do network marketing the way it should be done, could be done, but rarely ever is. And that is their trademark slogan. And I love that every single decision that they make is really always at the best. And they think about the company, they think about the ambassador, they think about the customer. So they are always right, in front. They're the ones on the stage. They're the ones talking to us. They've gone live before. They really have everybody's best interest in heart. And I've never felt so welcomed. The time that Alec actually came to St. Louis, we had an opportunity meeting here, and just the love that they have for so many of us in the room. It's a really great feeling to know, to be a part of something that is so much bigger than us. So that's Tarl and Alec, and you'll get to know them the longer that you are involved with this awesome company. But going back to the products, let's talk about what makes these products the top of the top. Why would someone buy Plexus as opposed to going to the grocery store shelf, going to Target, maybe buying the $6 probiotic, or even going to Whole Foods and buying the $75 probiotic? Why is Plexus going to be something that they would rather get their hands on than doing any of that stuff? I get this question all of the time. I get it as an objection all of the time because it's easy, right? You're thinking, well, I can just go here and get this. There's a really funny post that goes around Facebook that says, don't buy your vitamins where you buy your toilet paper. And I like that because I think it's true. But I came to Plexus for the products, and I definitely fell in love right away. But I also learned a lot by flipping the bottle around and researching the products. There's so much on the internet, so many tools, but when you flip that bottle around and you're researching the products, everything is there, spelled out crystal clear. And when you actually break things down, it becomes a little less scary. And when I say scary, I mean, if you are trying to memorize everything that is in these ingredients, if you're trying to memorize every ingredient in every supplement that we have, stop. But what I would recommend is maybe taking each product and learning one great thing about one of the ingredients in there. Like Plexus, the Slim is pink from the beetroot extract. What are the benefits of the beetroot extract? Talking points and things, and that can be really helpful for you. But it becomes less scary to share and less scary to think that this is some type of, I don't know if any of you have ever heard people be like, oh, that's voodoo or that's black magic. I don't need that stuff. So I wanted to kind of help hone in and really help you understand so that you can help yourself and help other people. So the first easy question is, what is a supplement? Because a lot of people, what they think that a supplement is not at all what we have. So a supplement completes or enhances something. Those are the only two things that you need to know. Completes something or enhances something. So Plexus is just completing something that the body needs, or it's enhancing something so that it's able to give the body more things to use and be more efficient in the body. So it's just something that completes or enhances. Not scary at all. So examples of that can be vitamins. The vitamins are compounds in our body that our body needs, like A, B, C, D. Minerals. These are things that we ingest, but that the body can't produce, maybe like calcium or magnesium. Also enzymes. They break things apart through our digestive process. So you're gonna hear a lot about magnesium, and it's something we talk a lot about. And this is, again, something that sets us apart. So BioCleanse. Why is BioCleanse so important? Because this is actually a magnesium-based supplement, the most absorbable type of magnesium. People might hear the word cleanse and think that it's the only thing to help go to the bathroom. And yes, it helps, but it's not the only thing, and it's not what you think of cleanse. So magnesium is important for over 300 cellular processes in our body. And I love researching and understanding and finding all this out because it's just really interesting to me, especially when you fall in love with something that makes you feel so good. You want to be like, why did it do that for me? So it helps with 300 cellular processes in our body. It also helps with energy, anxiety. But because our soil is almost completely depleted of this mineral, it's not a surprise that so many people need help with what they're experiencing. So they say like 70 to 80% of our population are deficient in magnesium, mainly women, but men are as well. But a fun fact for the research gurus, our bodies need 54 magnesium molecules per every one sugar molecule to help process and break down. So we don't have the supplemental magnesium that our bodies need to break down sugar. And I'm pretty sure it's safe to say that each and every person out there is consuming more than one sugar molecule per day. So what's happening when our bodies don't have that magnesium to help break down all of the processed foods and sugars that we're putting in our body? Leaky gut syndrome is happening. Digestive issues are happening. Autoimmune diseases are happening. Migraines are happening. So this is why our products are so important. One of the reasons, because there are so many things that we aren't getting in our soil. And even, when you think about Omega X, why is our Omega X so crucial? Because our bodies have a really hard time producing the essential fatty acids that they need, which is why Omega X is so amazing, because it has, the 5, the 6, and the lesser common 7 and 9. Like, these things are things that our body needs because we don't have them. And then also, when you think about a couple of the other products that we have, if you think about, you hear a lot for our ProBio 5, digestive enzymes. Like, you hear that all the time. That's one of the things that sets our ProBio 5s apart. So enzymes, I like to refer them as ninjas. Like, they break things apart. They're the catalyst to unlock processes in our body. So if you think about when we eat food, like if you are eating a Snickers bar or kale, our bodies don't know at the time that it's ingesting what that is at the moment, but it's also our body's job to break down and get the minerals into the bloodstream. So our body has to break it apart. That's why when you eat a Snickers bar, there's just not going to be like one big piece of chocolate or a peanut in our bloodstream. Like, they're getting digested, they're getting broken down. So there are 2 enzymes in our Ease capsule. I learned that. I did not know that. I always know that turmeric is really popular for Ease. But there are 2 enzymes in our Ease capsule, which is why so many people love and feel the benefits in addition to the turmeric. But there's also enzymes, again, in our ProBio 5 to help break things down. So that, again, is why our ProBio 5 is amazing. Our Ease is amazing. The enzymes. So now that we know what a supplement is, it's not scary. It's just a simplistic understanding of what is from nature to help enhance or complete something. Another reason why it's important, GMOs, genetically modified organisms. So if you think of an orange tree, there is a specific genetic code for that orange tree. But what's happening now, especially more than ever, is the demand. People want it bigger. People want the oranges bigger. They want them faster. The stores are in demand. And they're switching that genetic code around. And so it's going to grow double the amount without any pesticides. But those are the lasting effects in society. So again, our soils are completely depleted of what they need. And the root of why we supplement is because our food is not receiving the vitamins and minerals from our soil. There was a study done, which I thought this was really interesting. I wrote this down. Hold on. This was by the Organic Consumers Organization. So they did a study from 1975 to 1997 where they studied 12 different vegetables. And they found that calcium dropped by 30%, vitamin A dropped by 21%, and vitamin C dropped by 30%. So I know these are all numbers all over the place, but they also mentioned that it takes 8 oranges to get the amount of vitamin C that our grandparents would have gotten from 1. So because our soil is all completely depleted, this is why people are needing supplementation. But it's also depleted of vitamin B6. So if you think about vitamin B6, our body uses vitamin B6 as a precursor for serotonin, which is our feel-good hormone in our gut. So if we don't have vitamin B6 in our bodies from our food, then we are not going to be producing the amount of serotonin, which we are not going to have that feel-good hormone. Guess what ProBio 5 has in it? Vitamin B6. So again, that's another popular reason why people need what we have, because they're intentional ingredients with intentional purpose. So Plexus continues to see where the need is, and they try to stay ahead of the game. I personally think that Plexus maybe wouldn't have needed to be around 30 years ago. Maybe we wouldn't have needed it because of the differences in the lifestyle, the soil, the environment. But again, everything has come full circle to now help enhance or complete something. So I have 3 things that I wanted to talk about really quickly of why Plexus and not the grocery store shelf. Number 1, I love scientific studies, and I was not at all interested in the science part when I started. I just knew what I wanted help with, like with my cholesterol. But now I've really been interested in all of these things, like how did it help my cholesterol? Like how did it lower it? So I love scientific studies. You need to look at the ingredients and maybe be able to flip that bottle over of Vital Biome. And you can Google one of the strands in Vital Biome that you see on the ingredient list, and you will find that there is a journaled article or study done, probably mostly in Europe, about how that specific strand is going to help with anxiety or bloat or colon issues or IBS. You can look at those strands and know that they are studied in different studies. And it's really hard if you think about study our gut. I mean, we don't know a lot about it, but these studies that they're doing, it's almost like they take an attempt to replicate what's going on. And these studies are backed by science. So anytime, again, we have these tools where somebody says, what is the study? How do you know that this is clinically studied? You can say, look, here's the article by such and such, and send that. I have not had many people ask for that, but I have had some. So that way you can be prepared. And if it's interesting for you, I definitely would highly recommend to take a look at that. The second reason why Plexus over grocery store shelves, bioavailability, excuse me, meaning getting stuff into your bloodstream. If you're rushed to the emergency room and you need medication right away, what are they going to do? They're going to put an IV in your vein so that medicine gets to your bloodstream and gets to your body, like goes through your body quicker. So bioavailability, which is pretty simply like the information highway in our bloodstream, how we get things different ways. But the important question, how do we get it in there if we digest it, right? It goes through our gut lining. So we want it to be bioavailable. So for example, our X Factor and X Factor Plus has aloe vera. Studies show, not just by Plexus, but aloe vera combined with other vitamins, somehow pairing them with others vitamins makes our body absorb them more by up to 300%. So my friend Erica, who's a registered health coach on our team, she always called aloe vera the party bus of nutrients. Aloe vera is sticky, and when it goes through the gut lining and intestinal tract, it's picking up things along the way and delivering them where they need to go. So it's like party bus. Which is why a lot of people feel healing in places that, if I've had friends that have had, if they're diabetic, they have possible neuropathy or different things going on with their feet. They're finding relief because that aloe vera is delivering it down to the cellular level of where it needs to go. We also have bioflavonoids, which bioflavonoids are in BioCleanse, and they are just simply extracts of citrus fruits. So if you compare those with vitamin C, the magnesium, all together, everything helps the body break down and break through the bond of those things. So when you see Plexus come up with pairings, those aren't random pairings. When you flip the bottle over to look at the ingredient list and really dive in, you will see that everything Plexus puts together, they really did their work. So when you take this, you're going to need this and the quality of this. So it's not that they're just trying to throw things together to make up a combo. Like that's a reason triplex combo works so well. It's because you're getting your blood sugar balanced. And the BioCleanse is really helping oxygenate your bloodstream. And the ProBio 5 is killing off the bad bacteria, and the BioCleanse is flushing it out. So it's all these things that work really well together. So that's leads to my number 3. The third reason why Plexus over the grocery store shelf is that in addition to being backed by science and being bioavailable, it's the potency and the intentional ingredients. And Plexus tests for that. So like the Slim is tested at the end of its creation to make sure it has the right amount of chromium in it. So they send it off to the lab. They want to make sure that it's all appropriate amounts so that it has the correct potency, that you're giving your body what it's needing and getting what you're paying for. So that's a wonderful thing. But also synthetic and natural vitamins. So synthetic vitamins, when you hear a lot, like we say that Slim has non-synthetic caffeine, it's not fake, it's not created. Synthetic vitamins are vitamins that are created in a lab and they're made to mimic other vitamins, maybe such as vitamin A. So I like this analogy. I heard this, I think it was from Ame Darling. If you think about it, when you eat a fruit roll-up and it's cherry flavored, there are no cherries in that fruit roll-up. It is a chemical that's made to taste like a cherry, and that is what synthetic vitamins are. So our bodies, people that may have tried other things before, our bodies are filled up with these synthetic vitamins that have different fillers, different chemicals. So our body kind of knows what it is, but in general, it can cause more inflammation. So you will find a lot of times, and maybe you've experienced this for yourself, because I know that I used to be one of these people, but you'll have people say that, oh my gosh, I can't take vitamins, they upset my stomach, or I pee yellow. And maybe that's because their body isn't absorbing things the way that they should be, and their body doesn't know what to do with lab-made vitamin A. So it's all about the natural ingredients, the high quality potency, no fillers. So that's why a lot of things that you can say to people, Plexus doesn't put fillers. They have high quality. They have bioavailability, high potent ingredients. They're backed by science. And it's also really cool. And this is something that a lot of us might not think about the delivery system. So what do I mean by that? Like the capsules that actually, the ingredient of the capsule. So the different capsules, a lot of the capsules that you'll find not with Plexus, like off the counter or on the shelves, are the cheap veggie capsules that will dissolve in your stomach because the acid in our stomach is so potent, and so it actually won't do anything. So we want the capsules that are actually going to get where they're intended to go, right down to the intestines, dissolve there, and that's what I love. It's also special with the freeze-dried ingredients with ProBio 5. Not only does ProBio 5 have the special, the capsule that's really going to get through the stomach acid and lining, but it has freeze-dried ingredients, so it's not going to really actually start working until it lands into the place where it's intended to do so. So Plexus is staying ahead on the science, how to keep supplements alive. They even have a patented packaging for Vital Biome. So those of you guys that have tried Vital Biome, you'll notice the packaging's a little bit different. And that's for ensuring that those probiotics within the Vital Biome stay safe until the day of expiration. And they're really, you guys, looking at it at all angles. So if you get to events and start meeting people, start looking and understanding the science behind and what they do, you're going to see that this isn't just a happy accident. That's not something that they started as a breast health company and they're like, oh, we have a pink drink and we're just going to create something that just because people maybe need vitamins. This is not an accident. This is a true company that looks at health and looks at the future by what we need, like intentional ingredients with a purpose. And so kind of circling back around, just to enhance or complete. Plexus is enhancing our lives by adding these high quality supplements and completing what we're missing with the soil depletion, with the stress, with the diets and all kinds of processed foods. That's all Plexus is. It's just a science trying to make people feel better to complete or enhance what they're missing in their bodies. So I know a lot of us, and I was one of those people too, where you feel like supplementation can be a dirty word. It's not one of those things that we have come to know, and I feel like people still don't realize how much they actually need to supplement. They don't realize that maybe an apple doesn't have the same nutritional makeup that came from the same tree 50 years ago. And I think we have this old mentality that diet and exercise alone will bring results. And the sad part is, with the way that so many, I'm going to say Americans, but so many people eat in particular, we just need to help people, help educate them, and really just put ourselves out there in helping people understand and marketing these products, helping people know what they can do and what they can help with. And as you're talking to people, I hope that you realize that they are in a spot where they want to become healthier, like going to the gym, changing their diet. What we have is the missing link. And I think it's the key to where all of the diet and exercise, that's all worth it. And that is going to make true strides. But I think that this is going to be where it's going to be easier for them, to balance things out, because you're finding so many things nowadays, leaky gut syndrome, candida. This is a real thing, and it's a really big main reason why people feel so awful. But I really hope that, from this call, that you can kind of understand and see the reasonings behind of what makes us different, what makes us stand apart, why you can see people cringe when you're like, oh, I can just buy that vitamin, at Walgreens. Yeah, you absolutely can. But I guarantee you're not going to feel a difference, and you're not going to get a 60-day money-back guarantee. So hopefully this helps kind of give you guys an understanding of the reasons. Try to research and put all these different things together. There's a lot of different reasons why Plexus, but these are more the scientific reasons and the clinical studies and the different things that you can help understand, and also help for those people that are research gurus or for those skeptics, because I definitely was one of those. You guys might be in that same familiar boat. And until you have belief to know exactly what you're doing and that it is the best of the best, it's really good just to kind of dive in and learn as many things as possible about the products. So that is what I have this evening, and I'm going to unmute you guys in case you have any questions. Did anybody have any questions, or does that make sense, a lot of the different things that we talked about? Yes. I didn't even get to say hi to you. Becca has her sweet baby. You guys have any questions, or have you guys run into any objections from people who end up kind of dropping off or not following through because they end up getting things elsewhere? Not yet. Yeah, it hurts when that happens, because you know that you have the best of the best. But they'll be back, I promise you. I think that it's always good to, I like sending samples of definitely the pink drink, and it's really hard to be like, here, I'm going to send you 2 samples of X Factor Plus. That's a little bit difficult because they're not going to feel a difference. But if you encourage somebody to try, at least for, I say more than 30 days, but even 30 days, they might really start feeling a difference, because especially if they're used to something that's upsetting them, or that's not really, it's weird to say that you can actually feel a vitamin working, but I really, truly believe that you can feel our products working. So if you start getting those objections, or even if you still need to belief in yourself, there's a lot of tools out there with, or take the ingredient list and go sit with a pharmacist at Walgreens. Like, that's what my mom did when she started. And I thought that was brilliant, because they really were impressed. And you're going to look at a face of a medical professional such as a pharmacist and see them really impressed, and it's going to make you walk away with more belief there as well. You guys have anything?
I really liked the idea that you gave with putting salt on the hand with the breast check kit.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Because I have one, and everybody's like, well, how do you use it? And I'm like, you can't really show them.
Well, because it's kind of awkward, right? Like, it's kind of like this flimsy, you don't even really, but if you put salt on your hand and you lay that health check kit over there, you can actually feel,
okay,
it's crazy. That is probably, I would say that's one of the most underrepresented products, that and Nerve. And I think everybody needs one of those house. I actually like to purchase one during Breast Cancer Awareness Month and give one out, but yeah, I liked that salt thing, especially if you do a sip and see. It's a great idea to bring one if you have, and kind of, because people are amazed. I mean, and I think it's really used by the people that, do have one in their home. For sure. Anything else? Becca, your sweet voice, so cute.
Right now?
What'd you say?
Right now?
Uh-oh, I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
Can you see me?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't see me.
Oh, you can't? Let me put it on gallery view. Hold on. Is that better? Can you see yourself now? Oh my gosh, he's so sweet.
No, I have this problem actually a lot. Like, all of my in-laws and like extended family are like, oh no, I like going to Walgreens, or I like the ease of getting it at Sam's, where you can buy in bulk, or Costco, and talk them into the quality part. So I feel like I need to study the science more to be able to give them that explanation, because that's the thing I hear a lot. Well, I can get magnesium at Costco for half price.
And I think people kind of hit their, when somebody's in desperation mode and they need to get to the root cause, I think that you're going to find different people. When they hit their desperation mode, they're going to want the best of the best. Like what's going to really not mask and not help. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely a harder thing. And some people don't want to hear about the science. They just know that they can just drive and pay $6, but it's not like throwing money in the trash. Like it's not doing anything, you know? But it's really interesting to see their face if you're like, are you peeing healthy? Like no one probably ever asks people that.
Yeah, and I think the hard thing to say is like what exactly they will feel that's different.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I know like personally for me, I was someone who got strep throat 6 times a year. So like once that stopped, I absolutely knew it was from that vitamin. So it's hard to, or if their hair starts growing fast, their nails start growing, but they feel that extra energy. It's just I think that's more of a personal preference and like a personal situation of what that person might be going through.
Yeah.
For sure. But yeah, it's hard. And family is the hardest. What'd you say?
Annette, I saw you at church today.
You saw Annette at church?
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
At Ruth's church, yeah.
Where do you live?
I live in Robertsville.
Oh, well, you should. I'll look for you next week.
Yeah, I'm always juggling the kids, so I run in and out. But I look over, I'm like, I swear I've seen her on Zooms before.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, I appreciate you guys jumping on. If anybody wants any notes that I have from this call or anything, like, you know, if you were taking notes and didn't get everything down or anything, let me know. Shoot me a message and I'll send it to you on email so that you can have that information to share for sure.
Okay.
Welcome. Thank you guys for joining. Have a good rest of your Sunday.
Thanks, Nicole.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.